you doing? Well. Here we are on this glorious day. I'm a little bit late. I'll explain that in just a second. But first, first off, first off, it is 11:11. There's a portal open. I don't know if you feel it. I'm gonna sound like a crazy person today, and I don't even care. I usually I usually hold back on my spiritual side of it because people do think I'm crazy. But today I'm giddy. I'm giddy. I'm like so. I don't know why. I'm just like so excited. Okay, so I never feel when the portals are open or anything like that. Yesterday, usually a day before portal's gonna open or whatever. Um, you usually feel it like the day before. I never feel it. I never feel anything. I never feel anything at all. Yesterday, and what it means when a portal's opening is like basically whatever cycles you need to complete, you gotta complete them. You have to. It's unhealthy relationships, unhealthy habits, unhealthy whatever's not keeping you balanced. I'm assuming. That's how I understand it. Is you have to close them out, or you go get a little reminder that you have to close them out. Right? Yesterday, like everything like a lot of things happened to me. Like and one stupid thing happened to me too. Okay. But the main thing that happened that threw me off was trying to throw me off balance was my son was sick. And when my son is rarely sick, rarely. He's like me, like we don't really get sick. Like well, he is sick to where he's not eating or anything. He has like a little tummy problem. He threw up at work. He threw up at work. No, he threw up at school. I was at work, so I had to leave work early, which I don't like doing, but I didn't have anybody to pick him up. So I had to, you know. And I don't like doing that. It makes me look unprofessional. But I had to. I didn't have a choice. Like the nurse who kept calling me. Like, trust me, I tried to ignore the phone call. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So I had to go pick him up. So I missed part of my day of work, and then they just changed my schedule. I just agreed for more work. And I'm like, it just happened, like right then and there. So I had to leave work. Um, and it just, oh my gosh, that threw me off because I was already like, oh my gosh, what are they gonna, which they know I'm a single mom. They know. Trust me, I've told them. So they know if I could stay, I would have, because I'm always there. I'm there so often that it feels weird when I'm at home on a day off because I'm just always there. you know. So they know, but it just threw me off. Okay, that paired along with my son, not feeling good. Not eating, not drinking. And then while I'm standing there talking to the nurse, she's like pointing out other things wrong with him. I'm like, why are you looking at my son? Like, you know, all on the defense. I'm like, leave him alone. He's not feeling good. But that's her job. So I was like, stop looking at him. But she was very kind about it. And so he slept all yesterday. I slept along with him because I always can catch up on my sleep. And so today he's going to the doctor. We're going to see what's going on. He still has no improvement at all. So that right there is what was getting me. And then everything just like a domino. Like after that, it was just like a domino effect. Like everything kept going and going. And I was like, wow, whoa. And I'm like still trying to gather my composure from the first thing, second thing. And it just was like I was all out of whack yesterday. Okay. So I kept telling myself, you need to stop. You need to come. Nothing ever happens to you. This is one day where everything's happening, and you need to remain positive. You need to stop it. These are little things that are just piling on each other. You will get through them like you've gotten through this whole motherfucking year. like a champ. Okay, so I had to give myself that pep talk. Okay, that pep talk, and I'm like, okay, God won't give you anything more that you cannot handle. Like this is all just happening in one day, and you need to calm down. And so I did. I took every single. I didn't ignore everything because when a lot happens to me, I'm a big avoider of things. Remember, I avoid things. Well, no, not yesterday. I took care of every single thing I had to before 5 o'clock. Okay, how you doing? Okay, so the portal. 1111 portal, numbers are my thing. Numbers are symbols to things. So I'm taking it as this one as, any unhealthy relationships you have, anything you need to kick to the curb or whatever, or stop doing, or stop self sabotaging yourself because you know it's only holding you back. Like today is the day to do it, because any cycles that you're still going through during a portal, you're going to be stuck in it. Another cycle is the way I understand it. I might be wrong, but this is how I understand it. Okay, so today is 11/11. It's a big deal for me. Okay, I don't know. I'm just like yesterday my mood was so down because I feel so helpless with my son, and I was sitting thinking about it too, and I'm like, how do people okay, and this is just normal questions that people have. The only dumb question is a question not asked. Okay, I always run that through my mind. Okay, that always goes through my head. Okay, and I've been asked this many times. Okay, many times I've been asked this question: is how can you love a child that isn't yours? Okay, and that just kept popping in my head yesterday when my heart was so heavy for him because I couldn't do anything for him. He just wanted me to lay next to him. That's how he's a mama's boy like that. Like he just has to be next to mama. And I'm like, how can anybody question this bond? Like, how can anybody question my love for my child? Like, oh my gosh, like it's just because people don't think about, okay, you've had him since he was born. He left the hospital in your arms. Like they don't see that, but they don't see that, so they ask it because maybe for them, maybe if they were to adopt a child and they're seeing a grown child, they're not seeing a baby that I had. I don't know, like that just kept popping in my head yesterday. I'm like, how can anybody like wonder how I can love him? Like he's a child. How would I not love a child? Like I'm just very loving like that. Anyway, so on to what was going on. Okay, so then honestly, I think about once I got home because I had to go to an appointment for myself yesterday, and right after I went to my appointment, I got a ride, and I because my whole car was a whole nother issue yesterday. It was the whole thing, man. Oh my gosh. It was a whole vibe yesterday. I'm gonna call it a vibe. I'm not gonna say it was anything bad. It was just things I was going through. And I couldn't picture myself with everything that was going on. I'm laughing now, but yesterday I wanted to cry. But I couldn't picture myself driving my car to a neighborhood I don't know. I just couldn't do it. I was like, I'm tapped out. I can't do it. So I had to get a ride yesterday to my appointment. It's so silly now, but I was like, I'm not because I'm already in my head. I'm gonna get lost. I'm gonna have an accident or something. Like it was just like I could not drive. Something told me don't drive, so I got a ride. But after my appointment, I came home back to my son because I couldn't take him with me, and we just slept and slept, and I slept. Let's see, I think it was like 6 o'clock when I got home, like maybe about six. I just slept, and I was like, this day needs to improve. I wasn't expecting to sleep until this morning, but man, I woke up feeling like $1 million. I was like, what day is it? I was like, where am I and what day is it? The best kind of sleep, the best kind of sleep, best dream, like everything just turned around while I slept. So I woke up this morning, realizing it's 11:11, and I was like, okay, this day is gonna be totally different than yesterday because I'm wiser, right? Because I survived everything I went through, so it's cool. today's gonna be different, and I can't go back to work today, which sucks because I don't like it. I don't like missing work, but I mean, I gotta see what's wrong with him, And I was going to take him to the ER yesterday, but we never woke up. Like we just stayed asleep, both of us. So today he's going to the ER. Hopefully, he can hold some food down today before we go. I mean, we're going to his doctor, not the ER. I don't know if I said ER. We're going to the doctor because it's not after hours, so I can just take him to his regular doctor appointment. And I have to ask him about the other things that the nurse told me about. So there's that, which he's afraid of the doctor. So this will be a challenge, not gonna lie, but it must be done. And I also have to ask also about other things like with school. So this doctor's gonna hear our earful today. So so it's gonna be good. Anyway, so if anything happened to you yesterday like it did to me, if you felt the portal approaching, um, just take it all one at a time. Nothing ever happens to me. Nothing ever happens to me. Everything is always balanced. Everything's always cool. Everything's always good. And then everything like a domino effect yesterday. Like I felt this portal. And they said it was going to be pretty powerful. But I was like, yeah, yeah, whatever. I never feel the damn portal. So I was like, okay, yesterday I felt it. I felt the portal. But anyway, so I think it's actually today. So we'll see how today goes. Whatever happens to you, just remain calm, okay? And just take each task one by one. Okay, you'll be fine. Y'all have a good day. Bye bye.